Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer, and this is the UK Northern Powerhouse on Transport Fever 2. This will be episode number 74 in the series, and in today's episode we're going to continue the HS2 line up towards Manchester from Manchester Airport. We finally have HS2 trains for our HS2 network. Elliot 85 has finally got permission to use his reskins on these trains. Now, I'm not going to try and pronounce them because I can't for the life of me think how to pronounce them, but they're basically a reskin of an already existing train. They have been altered slightly as well, so we have different sized consists, and the speed has been up to 360 kilometers per hour with the HS2 logo on the side, and they just look really cool. Not sure if they're going to get up to 360 kilometers per hour, but at least we've got the capability within the trains themselves. So yeah, really thankful for these being released, and been released quite quickly as well after me mentioning them. We'll take a look at them in the depot shortly. I will be featuring, well, I will have featured them on my UK Northern Powerhouse series, but I'm recording kind of off schedule, so it's a little bit confusing for me. But this is the junction we built in the last episode, in which I really did struggle quite a lot with. Finally got it to work. We do have a bit of a compromise with the flat junctions for HS3, but I think you can appreciate, given the scale and the complexity of the junction, I think it's about, we've done as best as we could really with this junction. So this eventually is going to go off towards Liverpool, over that way somewhere, and I'm guessing there's going to be a Warrington West station, but this is just from here on in. The HS3 segment anyway will be a bit of a guessing game, but an educated guess, I think. But we've got quite a lot of track going up towards Wigan that's going to connect to the West Coast Main Line, and we've got Manchester Airport in with its 4 platforms. I'm not sure if that's supposed to have 4 and 2 bypass tracks, but we're just going with the 4. I'm pretty certain, at least within my game anyway, all services will stop at Manchester Airport. Now, the next tricky part, things aren't going to get any easier anytime soon, is Manchester HS2 station, which I think is to the north, because first problem is the Piccadilly station that I've built is orientated wrong. It's on an east-west axis where it should be on a more northeast, northwest, southeast axis, like that. And obviously the through platforms, well, the 13, 14 should be curved as well, but obviously we do have curved stations now, but it's a little bit too late, and I'm not inclined to rebuild the Manchester station, so I think I'm going to keep it as is. But what we are going to have to do is bring up the UI, is first of all take a look at these new trains, because yeah, we've got HS2 trains. So if we go into the depot, we've got electrical multiple units, so we've got those with that, yeah, that's the base train, and then we've got the HS2. And what Elliot's done rather kindly has done 2 different variants, well, a few different variants, but he's done a 160 meter long set, and that basically means if I put 2 of them together, that will fit in a standard vanilla 320 meter long train. Now, in real life, the trains will be 200 meters long. Classic compatible trains will be 200 meters long. The ones on the fixed formations, not fixed formations, but the captive sets rather, that's the word I was looking for, which will work solely on HS2, will be 400 meters long, but they will be formed of 2 200 meter long trains. So their main HS2 platforms will be 400 meters long, like on the European continent, but obviously if you're using vanilla, you don't have the bigger stations mod, then you can couple 2 of these together, and that will fit in a 320 meter long station. So that's pretty cool. And I think there's a coupling set. So what's that? Yeah, so they've got the couple set, so I guess that just means the front is open. And what else have we got? We've got lots and lots of variants actually. 200 meter long set there, and is there a 400? Yeah, there is a 400 meter long set, but I'm pretty certain that when HS2 is built, even the captive set will be formed of 2 200 meter long trains rather than 1 400 meter long train. I'm pretty sure that's right. But yeah, we've got those different variants with the 225 miles per hour top speed. So we've already got some on test between Stafford and Crewe and Manchester Airport, just testing the basic line speeds. Haven't achieved any phenomenal line speeds quite yet, even with the trains which aren't stopping at Crewe. There's still a couple of kinks in the track which I think need ironing out, but yeah, that's enough of that. Let's get on with the building, because what we need to do first of all is bring up our trams. So what have we got coming through Manchester Piccadilly? I think everything comes through towards Manchester Piccadilly. Now, what do I want to do? I don't don't know what I wanted to do. I just want to delete them, but that'd be... I think what I'll do is I'll just get rid of the vehicles, so just the ones we can see, and yeah, we'll just sell the vehicles for now because the line's going to be broken, because I'm going to have to pause the game and dig up basically the track, so we are breaking the tram network somewhat in order to get this in. Now the reason I'm using the 300 metre long stations is because of the scale, and because a 400 metre long station would just be absolutely enormous. So I'm going to stick with the 300 metre long stations in this particular instance, just for basically the space constraints that we've got. And I think I'm going to have to delete a lot, actually. That's going to delete that. I may as well have deleted the lines, I think, at this particular time. Now I'm going to have to get rid of this tunnel that I've built connecting Manchester to Stockport. That's going to have to go. And basically we're going to have to try, and I think what I'll do is get rid of all this, smooth this terrain around here, and then what I think I'll do is I will build a brand new terminus station. So we're going to go with that 320 meters long, 4 platforms, and you know, even this on its own, just the vanilla 320 meter long station is pretty long, isn't it? So it's just as well. I think we'll go in. I think I'm going to get rid of that little bit of road and just shove this down here a little bit, just because basically what we need to do is we need a junction to connect those 4 platforms into 2 tracks. We need a diamond crossing, although it wouldn't be a diamond crossing in real life, and then into a tunnel. So we don't have very much space on which to play with which to play with. So just chuck that in there. I think configure this. Get this end building looking a little bit. Oh, I'm configuring the wrong station. So what are you? Are you actually? I don't know. I think that's taken the tram stop, hasn't it? Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, let's get rid of that. That's weird. Right, we'll place it back in again, and then this is going to be Manchester Piccadilly HS2. I know when the station is built, it'll be more or less one big station, but I think in this particular instance, it's just easier to do 2 individual stations, just connected with paths. So I think I want a nice big building on the end there, and then obviously we're going to connect this up with a path so people can walk between the 2 stations. We'll just put, what should we do? Don't normally like doing right angles, but I think we'll have to in this particular instance, just because of the space. Now actually, having said that, no. No, he says. We will configure Manchester Piccadilly, just because I'm thinking about the times it's going to take to walk between the 2. So if you're getting a connecting service, you'll have to walk out the station, round and then back again, where it's not going to be like that in real life. So we're going to go with platforms. We'll go with NL platforms. And then how many segments is a 320 meter long station? That's the question. I think, is it going to let me? No, it's not. Tracks, I'm guessing ballasted. No, that's why that is why tracks. Is it going to let us? No. Yeah, so we are going to have to go with 2 separate stations, which is a bit of a shame, really. Let's just see if I can figure out a little bit of a workaround with this. So I think what I'll do is get rid of these track sections, first of all, and then I'm going to put up a connection. So configure this one. I'm going to go with MISC. I'm going to put some steps here. Is that going to give us a gap? No, it's not. That's annoying. Passenger building, little. Now that's just going to push it further away, but it is a little bit of a compromise, this, isn't it? And then road down the middle. It's just going to look too odd. I think that's my only issue with this. Let's configure this. Get rid of that. What about if I put a platform in there? Will it fill the gap? Yes, it's put a gap in between, and then we'll put in steps, and then what? Swing this around. Can I connect that onto there? Yes, I can, but I don't want it to quite be like that. I'm gonna have to. It's a little bit of a guessing game, I think, from here on in. So spin that round. Put that in about there, I'm guessing. Configure. Actually, no. Get rid of that. I'm going in with the NL, I think, for this. We'll put this in now and then configure MISC. Will it let us put? No, I don't know what the roof is going to be like on this, but can NL stations? Am I configuring the right station? No, I'm not. Get rid of you. Get that. Can you put the glass roofs on NL stations? Let's see what it looks like. The answer is yes, you can, but it does mean you can't have overpasses, like over bridges. I don't think I'm going to worry about that too much. Now what I'm trying to do here is get some steps in. Too close. This is where like a bit of trial and error is going to come in, I think. So move it a little bit further away. Configure passenger building steps. So if I just paint a little bit of a line down here, little bit, not big, not a ginormous blob, bit of a line down there, so that gives us a reference. Delete this again. like so, and then try and come back in, move it a little fraction maybe like that. We're still quite far away from that, but yeah, so now we can put our steps in now. I'm not sure if I'm entirely happy with the gap between the two stations, if I'm honest, and I'm not happy with that, the way that's there like that. I think this needs to come up a little bit, so try it one more time, just make sure it's in the right place. Is it 320 meters long? No, it's not, so bring it up a fraction. Is that too close? I think it is, isn't it? So bring it up a fraction, configure this. Now is it going to let us put our steps in? No, it's not. Okay, little tiny bit more. Last go now, come on. This was supposed to be the easy bit, so something like that. Configure passenger building steps, and they're connected like that with the tendrils, which is what we want, or it's what I want anyway. And then MISC, we want the NL underpasses. And having said that, we want to reconfigure this station anyway, so this isn't finished, so we need to get rid of all the platforms on this side. Now, I think the station was originally destined to have 4 platforms, but I think with the review in light of HS3, that has been increased to 6, but I think I'm going to stick with the 4. That should probably be more than enough for what we need. So yeah, it's supposed to be, if the design refinements get taken forward, then it's going to have 6 platforms, but I'm just going to put in the 4, I think, in this particular instance, just because of the size of the station more than anything. And I want to put the platforms in, don't I? That's what I was actually doing. So chuck them in down there, just for that extra bit of capacity on the platforms, because if you have two lots of services operating from a single platform, then you can get problems with passengers getting annoyed and kind of leaving, don't you? So it's always best to have a double platform if you've got two tracks facing it. And then I want to get rid of these segments here and put in some of the high-speed track. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think the stations will have slab track. I think they would just probably have ballasted track, maybe, I don't know, but I'm going to go with ballasted track anyway on the stations. Benefit of the slab track is mainly for the high speed running, isn't it, which is not really an issue in a station unless it's a through station like Birmingham Airport. The Birmingham Airport station will have bypass tracks down the middle of it, so trains can run non-stop past Birmingham Airport. So there we are, we've got that in. I think what I will do, actually, I will put in a road down here, like a passageway. Just gives us more access options, like so. And then we've got our configure this, so we need our underpasses, don't we? Yeah, because I'm going to use a glass roof, I'm going to have to use underpasses. Not the end of the world. Now we will have some benches down the middle, and then I think I'm going to go with a fancy glass roof to cover. Yeah, let's have one big roof, I think. I know certainly the Birmingham Curzon Street station looks to me like it has one big roof from the renderings that they've done so far. So we'll have a nice big modern glass roof for the station there. Now it's also, is it going to let me put on a passenger building? Yes, it does. It puts some steps in. That's good. That's what we want to see. Now all it means is we kind of messed around with the Piccadilly thing a little bit as well. Now can I put in some passenger buildings, isn't it, under? Can I put in some steps from, where's the underpass? There it is. And will it produce a gap? Yes, it will. That's what we want to see. So I'll put some steps there. So at least passengers, if they want to get onto the metro from the main Piccadilly station, can go right through over. So that should be a little bit better. It's not completely ideal, not 100% happy with it, but I think it's probably the best compromise, given that I haven't got bigger stations mod turned on, so I can't just make Piccadilly even bigger than it already is. So yeah, we will go with that. Just paint some concrete down there to get rid of any grass that might otherwise be underneath the track, and just paint this. Yeah, that's a little bit of a compromise, but I think I will live with it, because the station otherwise could end up being absolutely enormous, and yeah, I'd have to get that mod subscribed to it in order for it to work. Now let's do a little bit more demolition. Why not? It's one of my favourite things to do. They almost call me Colonel Failure, but not quite as polished. Right, so let's get some track in. So I think let's just go with, what's that? That's just some paint, probably. Let's go with some track down here, keep it straight. Going with ballasted track just in the station, or should we just go with slab? Let's go straight to slab, and then using that as a guide down there. So, right, 2 bits of straight track on the flat, please. Good, going into a little bit of a cutting. Good, and then get rid of that. Get our tracks into here, and then get those connected up, and then we want a diamond crossing. It is, again, another little bit of a compromise. I don't like using diamond crossings, but we just don't have the space or 2 switches, I don't think. Is that going to let... Come on. Why aren't you letting me do a diamond crossing? I definitely did that on the flat, didn't I? So there shouldn't be any issues. Maybe let's just extend this track out a little bit. Keeping it completely flat. Well, that's a little bit curved. I love the way it says flat, but that still doesn't look flat to me. And there's a little bit of a curve in the track as well. Wants to be completely perfectly straight, so I'm just looking for that snapping point. Bring it down so it's flat with a cut in for now, like so. And then maybe just a little bit further away from where these 2 tracks are coming together. Maybe that was the issue. And is it going to let us do a diamond crossing? No, it's not. Why not? From there. Maybe it's just because it is slab track. Maybe slab track doesn't like doing diamond crossings. So let's try it with ballasted then. So we're going to perfectly straight bit of track coming out there. Use that as a guide to launch off like that. Keep it completely flat. Another bit of track, so about to there. Get those perfectly aligned and then just swing in to our station there. Not worrying really too much about the speeds which trains are doing. Is that electrified? Yes, it does have catenary. And then into there like so. Now let's see if this will let us do a diamond crossing. Where's your bit there? So yeah, not worrying about the speed, just want a diamond crossing. Come on. Not possible. Of course it is. This is perfect. Right, this should be the easy bit, just building a simple... Oh, I don't know why it's making it so difficult. Right, let's try it again. Perfectly straight, perfectly flat piece of track. So there. Good. Maybe if we put in the diamond crossing, so the diamond crossing is about here, but there. Good. Right, and then we can get rid of those bits of track, connect that up to there. So far so good. Get that connected into there. Right, and then what do we want to do? That is the question now. We want to go with, again, I think we want some passive provision for HS3 because basically the HS3 trains are going to come into Piccadilly. So I think what I will do is I'll go into a tunnel. Will I? Yeah, I will. Into a tunnel like that, and then I think what I'll do is I'll keep it with ballasted track. I want to be going flat for now. I don't know what, I'm not sure where kind of HS3 is going to go, but we'll have it going off towards Ashton-under-Lyne, something like that. Too much slope, but just making sure the junction doesn't look hideous. Again, I'm pretty sure if there were to be a junction, it would probably be grade separated, wouldn't it? But again, we're going to have to go with flat just because of the space constraints. Yeah, so we'll compromise again. I know we're making a lot of compromises on this, aren't I, unfortunately, but sometimes I think needs must, especially with all the infrastructure we've already got going on. Now, the only other kind of bad thing we're going to have to do is have a really slow approach into Manchester Piccadilly. Maybe 50, let's see if it'll let us do that. Construction not possible. Connect. No, I think we'll have to do. Okay, if we do ballasted track, you'll have to go underground. You want the new tunnel portal. You want to keep the speed about 50. So we'll do it until we get into tunnel, and then we'll go to slab inside the tunnel. Oh no, that's gone up, hasn't it? So let's do that again. I mean down. You're gonna have to go down quite aggressively with the new tunnel portal. That is very, very, very slow, but I think, could I make it a little bit faster? I don't. Maybe try and have it a little bit faster. I know they're going to be either speeding up or slowing down coming into the station, but I'd still like a little bit of a faster speed. I don't want the trains to have to be going too slow. So maybe if we try and go for 50, really, really deep underground with the new tunnel portal into there. And I just connect those 2 little bits up without having... Why is that not possible? Of course it is. I'm not sure what it's unhappy about, to be honest. 42, we've got a little bit of a kink in the track, haven't we? We'll give it one more go, because I'm really not happy with that, really. So coming around there, a bit faster, 48, 50. So it appears with slab track you can get a faster speed for a given curve, like you can if you use high speed and classic rail. You get a better speed out of high speed for a given curve, but it's just because that junction was being turned into slab and it wasn't. It would have looked a little bit odd. So let's... Wow, why is that trying to... I don't think we can come down any more aggressively. I think I'll just have to force it a little bit with some little bit of terrain work. Let's flatten that off. See if we can keep it in a tunnel under the main line. That's good. Want to stay in a tunnel. 50 is still a little bit slow for my liking, but we do have to curve back to meet that. So let's 60. Try another little bit of a curve, see what we're getting. 80. So we're starting to speed up a little bit. That's not too bad actually. I think I will take that. And we just have to realign this little bit of HS2. Now in reality this would be going underneath Manchester and the surrounding areas, but we're kind of a bit in the countryside in this particular instance. There'd be suburbs and all sorts, wouldn't there, that it's going under towards like the southeast of Manchester. So let's get that connected up like so. No, it just wants to be, don't want it to come back on. Right, I'm gonna have to do this in a couple of bits, I think. I don't want it to be coming out of its tunnel and really start to build up some speed underneath there. And I just connect up. If not, I might just have to do a bit of terrain manipulation again. Yeah, so we will flatten that off. Very ugly, I know, but I will do a bit of magic and fix that off camera. And then we just connect these two bits up with some nice fast straight bits of track. That will be lovely. Good, so we've got that done. That is fantastic. I'm almost relieved we've kind of got it out the way, because I was kind of dreading it a little bit. I'll do a little bit of work with the smoothing gun and make this look a little bit more attractive, trying not to expose the top of the tunnel like it sometimes does. But yeah, we've got the section into Manchester done, so we've got quite a lot of HS2 done now. What final bit we need to do is just adjust this junction here, connect this up into Manchester Airport, like so. Get some nice switches in there, get that all connected up. We don't need to turn around there anymore, that's already connected up, that's fine. We've completely broken the metro, but yeah, that's couldn't be avoided really. Now I've got my HS2 train, my HS2 services down here at the minute, so we've got HS2, HS2 South, Crewe, obviously all broken, so you want to be Manchester Airport, Manchester Piccadilly, HS2, and then back again. And then similarly for this one is my direct, so this one will be able to see what sort of speeds we can get, so I'll get rid of that. Go HS2 South, Manchester Airport, HS2, Manchester Piccadilly, HS2, and then back again. And I think, why are you showing up wrong? Maybe it's just terminal, so yeah, you want to be on platform 2, and it's broken. Not sure why that would be. What have I done? Manchester Piccadilly? I've clicked on Manchester Piccadilly, that's why. I want to click on Manchester Piccadilly HS2, that's better. Now I think what I'll do is, just to differentiate the services as well, is the ones that are stopping at Crewe. I mean, I don't know if there are going to be any Manchester Euston services that stop at Crewe, but I'll just keep them on for now, just for testing purposes. And you want to be on 4, do you? No, you want to be on 1. And that's direct, that's why. So you want to be on 2? No, what am I doing? Right, so you want to be on 3. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. And then these ones via Crewe. So are you the outward journey? 3, and you're broken as well. Shouldn't be. We will have a look at that in a minute. So 3 is the outward journey up towards the northbound journey. So you want to be on 4, and you're the return journey southward, and you want to be on 1. Good. And then this one, you want to be on 2. Good. Now I'm not sure why this service is broken though, to be honest, because I haven't done anything south of here, have I? Not sure why it's decided to do that at Crewe. Let's terminals, HS2 test. You want to be on, what are you doing there? I have no idea. 6, 1 and I don't know what's going on there. Right, so you are that one, so you want to be on platform number 7, and the return journey, I have no idea why it's done that. 6, you want to be on platform number 8. Still broken. I don't know. Let's do it from scratch. Oh, it's because I've deleted the south station, is it? Really? Right. So HS2 South, Crewe, Manchester Airport HS2, Manchester Piccadilly HS2, and then the return, and then on to Crewe. Should all be relatively straightforward if you weren't going into bay platforms, that is. So you want to be on platform number 8, don't you? Maybe. So 2, which is our northbound train, wants to be on platform number 8. That going to work? And then our return journey on that one, you want to be on platform number 7, which you are, and you're still broken. Why? So you are right. So you're coming off HS2 onto this spur onto the West Coast main line. Doesn't seem to be any issues there. Maybe if I make this bright yellow, and then we're coming in platform 8, no issues. Coming off onto HS2 again, and then up. Doesn't seem to be any issues with this, and then coming down. I don't know why it's saying it's broken. Maybe if I just unpause the game and click the spanner, it tried to fix itself then. That's right. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain I clicked on Manchester Piccadilly HS2 then, but it was like, no, you haven't. So no, I have. Good. So that's all sorted. We can turn that back to blue again. Good. So now all that's left for me to do is rebuild the Manchester Metro network, rebuild most of Manchester city centre by the looks of it, and we've got our first sort of HS2 services. I think we'll fill that in with some ballast, just to get rid of that little bit of grass that'll be growing in between the tracks. Fill that in down there, maybe that as well. A little bit of retaining wall maybe here, but yeah, for the most part, that's the first kind of leg done from HS2 South, just by Stafford up towards Manchester, and then we've just got connection to the West Coast main line to finish, and then we can head over to the eastern leg up towards Leeds and the East Coast main line. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Where's our nearest HS2 train. I'll leave you with one of them because it really does look quite nice, doesn't it? So that one's doing, what are you doing, 120 miles per hour, HS2 train. Leave it there and say until next time, bye bye.